name is Pixelation, and welcome back to Watch or Drop. Today's episode focuses on a series that I watched the first season of back in, I want to say the summertime? Yeah, generally the summertime, maybe late summer, and that is 3D Kanojo Season 2, or Real Girl as it is in the official localization of it. I don't necessarily like that name, so you will hear me referring to it as 3D Kanojo from here on. So with the first season of 3D Kanojo, essentially the idea, because there isn't really a description of the series on AnyChart, so I'm going to kind of delve into what the show is about at its core, and that is, essentially, you have I can't remember the exact names, so forgive me, I'm just going to refer to them as descriptors, but you have a character who is a very, very hard otaku, who has kind of, he's kind of given up on love. He has a best friend who's, the same thing. They've kind of bonded over the fact that, they're never gonna find love, and then, out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, one of them finds love, and so it kind of it's at the end of the day, 3D Kanojo is what I feel is a very realistic take on romance in the modern era. It's one of those things where a lot of rom-coms, they try to portray this idea that as soon as you find someone, all of a sudden, everything's gravy. I mean, yeah, there might be some, trials and tribulations that you've got to go through, but at the end of the day, I mean, you're always gonna get, you're gonna get the girl, you're gonna get the guy, and everything's gonna be happy and smooth sailing, even if you have to go through a little bit of hardship before you get there. But 3D Kanojo, what it does differently is that you never can tell whether they're going to stay together or not. A lot of their problems are very internal. Like the main character, he has a very, very strong case of imposter syndrome. Always thinks, he's never good enough for her, and then she deals with her own internal strife in the sense that, I think honestly, I don't know if we've really gone into her mentality yet, but, she's gone through her own case of imposter syndrome in the sense that, everyone thinks that she's one way when she's not at all that way, and so she has to fight back against those prejudices, really. But with the second season, what they do really cool is that they don't really, a lot of season 2s will kind of, in a way they will have you start off small and they'll ramp things back up. But with 3D Kanojo, the thing it does really well is that with the second season, even because it's technically the second core of the first season, they don't really give you any time to really buffer, if that makes sense. They kind of throw you in to, the next big conflict in these characters' lives, which I think is really cool because, you don't have a lot of time to tell stories like this, especially even if you only have 24 episodes. That's still not a lot of time, relatively speaking. So I like that they kind of they don't really waste any time. They jump right back into the series. They don't really, they do a good job of kind of reintroducing you to how the characters think and how they act, but they don't waste any time in getting back to the romantic drama, because that's what the show is. It's not a romantic comedy. It's a romantic drama with a little bit of comedy mixed in there every now and then. But yes, I highly recommend 3D Kanojo. If you haven't seen the first core, go watch that. It's all available on HIDIVE. They're actually doing a simul-dub, I believe, of the first core, and they're also simulcasting the second core. But yes, if you want to see 3D Kanojo, it's all available on HIDIVE. Go check it out. I highly recommend it if you are a fan of, romantic drama. And then, like I said, with a dash of comedy every now and then. So either way, thank you for watching Watch or Drop. This has been Pixelation, reminding everybody to stay pixelated. I do want to mention real quick that I do have a Discord server, so if you want to check out, if you want to interact with me, interact with other fans, and talk about videos or anime or whatever you want to talk about, there's a link in the description down below for that. You can also subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment, do all that stuff that you hear from every YouTuber ever. And until next time, as I said, my name is Pixelation, reminding all of you to stay pixelated.